Namaste, beautiful friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness, a channel dedicated to uplifting and enhancing your emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. So grab your cup of coffee. It's time for our daily bloom. So I'm going to begin by pulling some cards to set a general mindset for today, give us something to think about, and then I'll take a look at the astrology, and then we'll look at the tarot. I'm going to be Okay, beautiful friends, let's get started by setting the tone or the frequency of our day. Something positive, something uplifting, and some things to think about during our day. So, hope you're having a great day so far. So let's get started with the Boodle Doodles deck, and I'm just going to pick a card out of this deck. Let's see what the message is for today. Simplify. Simplify. Now, I don't ever... Oh, wait. We got two. Be kind to the restless mind. Simplify and be kind to the restless mind. Okay, so let's talk about simplifying first. As a professional organizer, I don't ever advocate for just going through and throwing things away. That to me is waste. I do encourage going through your things periodically. I like to do a kind of a combination of Swedish death cleaning and the Japanese method of touching everything in your home. I combine that on my 30-day total life transformation, where every nook and cranny clean, every single item in our home. I mean, every nook and cranny is clean. And through that process, we touch everything in our home. We also, we clean it, we organize it, but when you interact with something, it kind of gives you a feeling and, the vibe. And if it doesn't jive with your vibe, it really needs to go. Why? Because it diminishes your energy. And simplification happens in layers. I strongly advocate for reducing clutter in layers, because the first layer, you're going to get the things that are obvious. But as you go through the process, and this could take a year, it could take a couple of years, as you go through the process, every time there's going to be things that don't resonate with your energy anymore, that just diminish it. And you can feel it. It's a visceral response. And when you have a visceral response that's positive, it's uplifting. But when you have a negative visceral response, it's repulsive. You just don't want that item. You talk yourself into keeping it. And then there's some that are just neutral, and that's okay. So some people, professional organizers have keep, think about discard. I use it as love, neutral, it's disposing. So we dispose of it somehow. I don't advocate throwing anything away if it can be sold, because I'm all about financial well-being. So that's simplification. If you need more of a robust tutorial, to check out my YouTube channel. It's all there. I have years of total life transformation. I have 30-day, 60-day, 90-day programs. This is all free. There's no paywalls for me. I'm not going to ask you to pay me for this. This is my gift, and I'm sharing it with you. Be kind to the restless mind. This means that your mind is like you're on a hamster wheel. We call it monkey mind. It's a restless mind. Be kind to yourself when you feel that way. It's okay. Meditation helps, because then you can center your thoughts and then kind of give a little bit more power to controlling them. But sometimes a restless mind is just a symptom of being overwhelmed. Too many things to think about, as my mother used to say. Okay, so we have two Buddha Doodles. I want to pick a card from the mindfulness box. Oh, let's see. They're also pretty. This one. Kindness is like a warm blanket on a chilly night, comforting and essential. So be kind to yourself today. We have two cards about being kind to yourself. So that is an important aspect today. When you start to beat yourself up with this restless mind, when you start to beat yourself up about something that you don't feel you're doing, just so, give yourself a break. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself. Buy yourself flowers for your desk. Fresh flowers are always uplifting. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. No one has the power over your emotions. No one can tell you how to feel or make you feel something. That's all you. So no one can make you feel inferior. If you feel inferior, it's because you don't feel confident in yourself. We can rebuild that. People feel more insecure when they feel overwhelmed. All right, this is the self-care, sacred self-care deck, and I do have a self-care framework. Today is mani-pedi day. I've already done my pedicure. You know what? Having soft feet are just not great for beach feet. It's great for your sleep. Why? Do you have scratchy heels and you slip into bed and they snag on the sheets? That can disrupt your sleep, as well as if you have a hangnail. If you have a hangnail and you're sleeping and you roll over and it snags, it'll wake you up out of a deep sleep. Also, your partner might have some scratchy heels, dried, cracked heels. Not comforting. Doesn't encourage good sleep and certainly doesn't encourage intimacy. So having soft, healthy feet with neatly trimmed nails actually affects much more than the way your feet look. Now, we all want beach feet, but think about it as healthcare, because good sleep, quality sleep, is good healthcare. All right, let's see what other suggestion we have. Make a vision board. Now, yesterday we talked about creating the life that you love, that you could start creating the life you love today, and we took our first step. Today, make a vision board. What does your ideal life look like to you? And it varies for everybody. What does your ideal life look like? Because when you have the vision, it's like your GPS. You can't get there if you don't know where you're going. Okay, that's good advice, and that really kind of caters to what we talked about yesterday. All right, so now that we have that little dopamine going on for self-care, remember, self-care routines help our brain to release dopamine, which gives us a little bit more energy or activation to engage and hold our focus. So it's really a good way to complete or initiate a task. All right, so let's see what we're going to work on today to raise our vibration through organization. Aha! Documents. This is just so funny because I was just listening to the advice from FEMA on emergency preparedness, because, you know, I live in a hurricane region and it's hurricane season. And one of the things that they include, and I have a whole video on this, and I discuss this in my video on having your important document binder. This is a binder that you keep all of your important documents in, and Social Security cards, passports, legal documents, insurance documents, birth certificates, any document that is super sensitive, that has personal information. It protects your identity, but it also is something that you keep in your safe. I put mine in a zip top bag so that it's waterproof. It's really important. These documents are not best kept in your filing system. These documents need to go in an important document binder in your home safe, in a waterproof container for transport. And it's so important. So I want you to check out that video. Go to the Organizer Advisor on YouTube if you're not on that platform watching this video, and go to Document Organization playlist, and you're going to see there's not only a video on how to construct your important document binder and all of my super savvy tips on why and how and what you put in it, but there is also an individual video on each of the components of your important document binder. So let's see, this is safe storage. These are very important documents. They need to be in a home safe or safety deposit box, and they need to have a waterproof system for transport. And this is your necessary information. I had to go into the DMV to make a name change on my driver's license last week because Social Security, yes, I have to file for Social Security because I'm at that age. Social Security, the way they were picking up and to verify who I am, my driver's license has my maiden name as my middle name. On my Social Security card, my name is hyphenated. So there was a disconnect between the verification site and the Social Security site. So I had to go down and align my driver's license with the way it reads on my Social Security card. So I took my important document binder. I had every document I needed to complete that without anything. I was there for 20 minutes. That's a record. Okay, so that is what we're doing today. Important document binder. I just feel that's really important. And like I said, I was just listening to a FEMA video on why it's important to have an important document binder and what you need in it. So there you go. That's alignment. Okay, so let's get into the astrology for today. This is May the 12th. One of the features today is the Pisces moon. The moon is in Pisces, and you may feel Pisces is always about strong intuition, dreams, emotional release, strange synchronicities, which is kind of the temperature of my day. And so this is excellent for reflection, creating some art, music. It's also good for prayer and journaling. We do have a new moon coming up this week, so if you have a new practice that you want to implement, this is the perfect time. Aspect, of course, is Saturn in Pisces, so we have the moon and Saturn in Pisces, and then this is going to push you to turn your spiritual fog into your practical wisdom. And boundaries are important. Then lastly, we still have Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, and then this is the rewriting of the operating system beneath society. So that's why you see all the craziness in the world. We knew this was going to happen, and it is happening. So basically, this is a day of kind of slow and easy. Don't stress yourself out so much. Give yourself a break. Be kind to self. And it's also a great time to simplify. All right, hold on just a minute. I have a self-care card that got tangled up in here. Using your hands. This is creating that artwork. Do something with your hands. I'm going to put this here because that was intentional. Almost a synchronicity about creating something. This is also a good day to kind of simplify. So take an opportunity and maybe simplify your workspace or your lounging space or a countertop in your kitchen. All right. So from the Sacred Traveler deck, we have Wandering Path. Enjoy the journey. And share your joy. All right, let's see what comes through in the tarot today. Oh, lots coming through. I see the Page of Cups. We got the Seven of Pentacles, and we got the Page of Pentacles. We got 2 pages. Pages are messages, messengers. It's young energy. It's kind of active energy. It's vibrant energy. But it's also about planting a seed, starting something new, starting that new routine. I talked about that as we are going to have that new moon coming up. I think it's the 16th, so it's this week. Oh, yeah, 4 of Wands. Great celebratory. There's your enjoy the journey. Share your joy. It's absolutely beautiful energy. And then we have the Chariot, kind of in a challenged position. Chariot energy is Cancerian energy, but this is... It's kind of a slow-moving day. The Chariot is about movement. It's about victory. It's about taking the reins, taking control. It's about, you know, a definitive direction, outcomes. So it's in the challenge position, almost in the reverse, because I think it is kind of a day not to think about the big picture, but to really think about just what can you manage today? What can you manage today? All right, I'm going to pull a couple more. That Seven of Pentacles is that Taurus energy, definitely Taurus season. Page of Pentacles is Capricornian energy. That's that practical, what can you manage today? Page of Cups, that is Cancerian energy. I know we have, is it Jupiter in Cancer? It was in yesterday's reading. Oh, Judgment. Love this energy, Judgment. That's Plutonian energy. That is Pluto in Aquarius. And this is the new beginning, about self-confidence, closure. This to me is a card of karmic justice. It's, you know, the karma is lesson learned. You experience the karma, and now you kind of get the revelation of why that was a lesson you needed to learn. Major Arcana card. It's the only major, nope, the Chariot's a major arcana. 4 of Wands is Aries energy. That's that activation. 4 of Cups. Kind of a melancholy day. Right here in my world right now, it's raining. It's kind of a dreary day. It's a great day to kind of stay at home. And here's the Knight of Cups. That is more Cancerian. Oh, I'm sorry. That's kind of summer energy. I don't know why I'm pulling. Oh, we got Strength card and the Emperor. So we have a lot of major arcana here today. But it's all about optimism through mastery. You know, just kind of not nose to the grindstone, but really finding something that you want to do and just doing it. So whatever it is for you that you want to do, this is the day to do it.